I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and joining us today, Peg and Sue from the Waupaca Area Public Library. And how are you doing?
Good. Beautiful
day. We're doing great. It's summer.
Yay.
It's summer and weather's getting nicer, and good news with COVID. So let's talk a little bit about COVID and where the library's at with everything related to that.
Well, you know, our numbers in Waupaca County are really strong. We've definitely seen a decrease in the number of cases that are coming through. The city adopted a policy for masks to be optional in city buildings, and the library is following that. We just want to remind people that the CDC recommendation is that people who are fully vaccinated do not need to wear a mask. So.
Yeah, we're seeing now it does cause a little confusion because sometimes people come downstairs and you'll see staff in our children's department wearing masks because that is the one segment of our population, those birth through 11-year-olds, that our main audience down here. They're the ones that haven't had an opportunity to be vaccinated. So until that happens, our staff, even though we're all vaccinated, we are choosing to wear our masks in protection of that population. So that should not make you feel bad one way or the other, but I just want you to know that that's why staff is wearing masks downstairs.
Are there any other service level changes regarding COVID at the library, or is everything still pretty status quo?
Well, we have just recently relaxed our capacity limits and our time limits. So you can spend a little bit more time than you used to. It used to be 30 minutes. So we're inviting people to come in and use the time that they need in our library. Our computers' time has been extended to pre-pandemic limits. So we're moving a little bit closer to normal.
Perfect.
We see a lot of summer people coming in with their laptops because wherever they're renting or whatever they're camping, maybe they don't have great signal. So they're coming into the library with their devices and wanting to use our Wi-Fi, and we're happy to provide that. And last week when it was like 95 plus degrees, this was a cool place to hang out and check your email.
So last summer you had the We Read 5,000 summer reading program, and that was a goal of the community to read 5,000 books. You met and exceeded that, and you doubled that goal this year to 10,000 books. So where are you at right now?
Considering there's only 6,000 people on the sign as I drive in every morning, I'm thinking everybody better start reading right now.
Well, I checked this morning and we have read 1,166 books. I finished one last night, so it's going to be 1,167, which is right about 12%. So we're on our way.
We got a lot of summer left to go.
We do.
Every time a person reads a book and records it on our summer library app called Beanstack, their name is entered into a drawing for a prize here at the library. And we have weekly drawings in all three departments, the teen, the adult, and the children's department. So your chances are pretty good of winning a prize if you are recording those books. And if you're a parent reading to kids, whoever's listening to your story all gets that book. So we're going to get to that 10,000. I don't have any doubts that we're going to make that 10,000.
We'll do it.
Because if not, if we get like a month out, Peg's going to have to just do nothing but read.
That's right. I'll read to my grandson.
There you go. There you go.
So as COVID starts to level off, and before you maybe get back to in-person programs, over the summer you're looking to do a lot of your programs outdoors. Tell us about that.
And did we luck out? Because now the weather is so perfect and we're having such a good time. So children's department and teen departments are taking all of our programming outside this summer. So the things we used to just have available to play with at the library aren't available this summer. We're hoping that if everything stays really good by the fall, we'll be able to do some of that stuff again. But for now, we're out in the parks. And Andrew Whitman and his staff at the Park and Rec have been very, very accommodating and allowing us to use some parks. So we have a schedule on our website of where each of our where the teens are having their programs and where the kids and families are having their programs. And yesterday we had our very first one outdoors at Riverside Park, which is on Royalton Street by the Sheriff's Department, kind of. And we had a great time. We were playing with rubber chickens, and we were playing with our senses, and we were on a scavenger hunt. And so today we're at South Park in the upper shelter, and tomorrow we'll be at Brainerd's Bridge. And now that's the pattern. So Tuesdays at Riverside, Wednesdays at South Park, and then Thursdays at Brainerd's Bridge. And we'll take the week of the 4th of July off, but otherwise look for us in your neighborhood. I think this is the best thing ever. The library is coming to your neighborhood. How cool is that?
It's from 1 to 3 too. So,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and the thing about it is you don't have to stay that whole time. It's not like it's going to be a program that starts at 1 and ends at 3. You can drop in and participate in the activities that interest you. So I went yesterday and saw what fun the families were having with their scavenger hunt. And that's a beautiful park right next to the river. And it was cool and there were breezes. It was just a beautiful summer day to be in the park.
And were you in
Paula
the
tells me that anytime you throw a rubber chicken, the kids are having fun. So
were you inside the shelter at Riverside Park when you were there?
yeah.
Yeah, it turned out really nice. They just rehabbed that over the
Right.
winter. It's a really nice shelter now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we chose parks that had full amenities, you know, so the bathrooms are there. We can't go anywhere with a kid somebody's going to have to go to the bathroom, you know. So we've got water, we've got bathrooms, we've got shade and shelter. So even if it's sprinkling a little bit, you know, we're still on. We'll be in the park shelter. We'll be in the shelter. So come on down. I think if it is really storming, thunderstorm, we would cancel, and you'd have to listen to the radio station for those announcements. But I really don't see any reason why we wouldn't be at the park no matter what.
Very cool. And then you've got a little activity, a little new neighborhood that popped up behind the library. What's that all about?
Yeah, don't let the annexation people know, because they're probably going to be wondering why we haven't gone through the process of annexing
Zoning guy Mike.
property.
And there's a
zoning guy
fence
Mike sent you a
too.
fine.
So yeah, the zone, you have to apply for a permit for a fence too. So we have to be careful with that. And I'm thinking we have to expand it.
So what we're talking about, for those who aren't aware, we're talking about a little art project we've got going on here at the library, behind the library, between the library and the parking lot, called Spoonville. And we're asking people to decorate a wooden spoon. Now, if you don't have a wooden spoon that you aren't using for cooking, and you need one, come to the library and we'll hook you up with a spoon. And then it's your job to decorate it any way you like. We've had some kids doing some really cute, simple drawings. We've had some artists in town make some really fancy ones. There's a Wonder Woman out there. There's a snowman out there. Lots of fun stuff. So
Poison ivy.
there's a little sign that says Spoonville, add to our community. And it's just a fun way of people being able to be creative and build a community called Spoonville. So yesterday, a gentleman from the bank walked by and commented how he liked it. And I should have said, you should start one across the street at the bank. We'll have like rivaling Spoonvilles. So
I think we need a strawberry out there because Strawberry Fest is this weekend.
oh yeah, okay. Well, now I know what you're doing on break.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So yeah, check it out and add your spoons. And if you need a spoon, come inside and we'll hook you up with one.
Well, Peg, Sue, appreciate getting the community up to date about all the things going on at the library. And it certainly sounds like you're busy, and that's a good place to be.
Yeah,
All right.
and we're having fun. That's the best part. Learning all the time.
And read those books. We got a big goal. 10,000.